Welcome everyone to another video. You may be asking yourself, why is nobody working? Why nobody wants to work? And I started realizing that people blame the Gen Z and all of that, but honestly, it's not the people that are lazy. Um, People don't want to work because their salary is very, very low. The minimum wages are really terribly bad. With this high cost of living, the inflation, skyrocketing inflation, things are getting pretty high constantly. Food, your rent, your gas, insurance, and 7 million Americans don't have a job. 7 million, and as everything goes up, wages stay the same, and people are not motivated no more. People are just like they're fighting to stay at that job, like they want from their boss to be recognized, or they're expecting to get a bonus. And it seems like at the very end of the year, they don't get no bonus. They don't get any kind of gift or anything. They only get 1 week vacation. So people are not really longer caring no more about their job. The unemployment rate, it's 4.10% right now in the United States, which is 7 million people without a job. And the minimum wages around through the whole 50 states, it stays around $12 to $14 an hour. And the food, the rent, utilities, everything is just keep on going so high that people have started realizing that why they're so burned out. Why are there 40% of the people, not only in America but United States, they got 40% of stress. They feel tired, they feel burned out, they feel exploited. So an average utility bill a month is somewhere around $700, and average American spend about somewhere around 900 to 1,000 on food. And cost of living average in United States is somewhere from around $5,000 to $6,000 a month. So that means you have to get a second job in order for you to keep up, in order for you to survive. And it seems like the more you do, the more effort you put on there over there at your job, you're not really getting any kind of recognition, and it kind of sucks. Corporations are just keep on opening different businesses, and they're just don't want to pay their employees no more money. They want the wages to stay the same, but they do are selling everything so expensive. So the employees are started realizing that their employer is not paying them good. You don't get no recognition, all the effort that you're putting out there. You don't get no bonus, you don't get no commission, you don't get no raise. So you don't stay motivated. You're burned out, you're stressed, 40, 50%. Yeah, and I get it. They keep blaming on the millenniums or the Gen Zs, but honestly, at the end of it, it's like you realize that all the effort that you're putting out there, it's like when you go to college and you get the greatest degree. It's not like you're just gonna go to a hospital and get the greatest job and get paid for like 300,000 a year. There's no way. People back then used to make 50K. I'm talking about like 2000, probably 2015. People used to make maybe 45 to 50K, and they were good through the year. But now it's like if you make 25 to 35,000 to 40,000 a year, I mean, you just living paycheck to paycheck. Imagine if you get paid once every 2 weeks. By the time you get paid, you probably already own all that money to your utilities, to your rent, to your car insurance, your car note, and your mortgage. So people had to send like to stay like at least 2 to 3 jobs to keep up. And if they ask for a raise, to their boss is just going to give them more work. They want them to be more productive, more work for maybe 25 or 50 cents. Maybe that's going to happen in about a year. So the only thing that could get this going would be if the boss would motivate their employees and kind of like give them a raise maybe every 6 months or so. But nobody does that. So that means the people are just so sick and tired of it, and they're just 40% rather just stay home and do something else because people people started realizing that uh, food is really expensive right now, and electricity, water, uh, everything is just going so expensive. And for those that are entrepreneurs, uh, there, there's this app is called Nextdoor. In order for you to get jobs, you gotta pay this app. And in order for you to get jobs on Thumbtack, it's another app, you gotta pay this much a week in order for you to get more jobs. So it's all about, I mean, why is all the greed? I mean, I don't understand it. The greed back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, the greed was about 10% or 20 the most. But now it's like the greed is like 99.9%. I mean, what the heck? Why is all this greed? How come an employee does not even have, they barely have 1 week vacation? And if they stay a little longer when they come back, they may be replaced. I was recently talking to a friend that he's sick and tired of getting fired at every job that he works for, and he wants to start his own business. But he, after working for so many years in these big corporations, these companies, all they ever say is like, "Hey, thank you for helping us. Here's your last paycheck. Enjoy, have fun, bye bye." It's like, and you started realizing that you're like, wait, where's all my effort? Where's all? I remember one day I busted the crap out of my body. Like I worked so hard. I remember that I worked so hard at this street service company, and I knew I was not gonna get paid that well. But oh my goodness, I remember when my boss told me like, "Oh, uh, go get your paycheck. It's underneath the mat at my house." I opened it up, the check like this. I looked at it. I was like, "Are you serious? All this effort that I put on there for $186 for real? Are you kidding me? I mean, this is hilarious. How in the world can you pay somebody $186 for almost freaking 10 hours a day for 2 days? It's like, man, that's unreal. While he was making about 5 to 10 grand a day. I was like, man, this is crazy. And he would never motivate us to do better. He would never even he never even buy us lunch, like at least maybe $8, $10 lunch. One day he did, and he took it out of the paycheck. Can you imagine? I was like, man, I was sick and tired of it. So that's why people are getting really freaking sick of it because they just don't want to work anymore. They're just like uh, waiting for that bonus, waiting for that at least maybe a thank you from your boss from being productive and making them a lot of money. But if you don't get no motivation, you're like, wait, what am I doing here? I'm just probably wasting my time. I could probably do something better. I could probably, I don't know, maybe make something at home and sell it, or just buy stuff. Like you go to uh like you buy different stuff like for wholesale, and then you just resell them. People are wanted doing that. People are doing that now because after 2020, everybody, don't get me wrong, they didn't become lazy. They became in a way that they felt like they were not getting no bonus, no commission. So and any employee is gonna get tired of it by their employer. by their boss, being all exploited, like they're so tired of it and they're just like, well, they'd rather do something different. But yeah, that's my thought. I guess that's why nobody's working. I want to hear y'all's opinion. Why nobody's working in United States? Why almost 50% of the people don't want to work? And does this has to do with the economy, or this has to do with the generation, like Gen Z or millenniums, or this has to do something with a maybe some type of disease or age or something? I want to hear y'all's opinion. So that was my thought for today. And thank you everyone for supporting my channel. Thank you for uh, subscribing and motivating me, because I've been reading the comments, and only thing I can say is, like, with the bottom of my heart, I want to appreciate you guys, everyone there, all ages, all colors, because I really getting so motivated about you guys. Believe me, I don't even get paid, but I just really love what I do, and you guys are keep on motivating me to keep going, and that feels so amazing. It's a lot of motivation that I get from you guys, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, so much. You guys have a blessed day. Take care.